Good afternoon. My name is Emily Brannon, and my research topic in question was, how does classroom setup and design impact the social development of young children in the early childhood classroom? I chose this question an area of study because it is something that I'm passionate about. I am about to graduate and earn my degree in early childhood education, and I want to be a teacher. I want to be an elementary school teacher. And I know the more I learn in any area, including classroom design and children's social skills, the better of a teacher I will be. And I know that the more myself and others learn and understand on this subject, the more we can aid, support, and encourage young children's social skills. Whether they are special needs or not, this is a topic that I feel should be something that all care about. And the importance of a child's social, emotional, cognitive, and behavioral skills in interactions with others and their environment is a grand one. And if we can encourage great and positive social growth in our future generations by possibly creating a great social classroom environment, then we make a better future in our societies. The first lit review that I chose when researching my question was about measuring the classroom quality in a pre-kindergarten classroom and how development of the academic, language, and social skills of these children. And the study was conducted to find ways to provide direction for policies that were aimed towards programs for pre-kindergarten centers and the improvement of these centers. And information was collected from many different states and pre-kindergarten classrooms and many children, all in the age of the 4-year realm, pre-kindergarten age. And they examined these children in their academic, language, and social development. And the findings were, during the study and after the study, show and prove the importance of a well-designed policy that will then support teachers and in turn also supports the experience of the children and what it has within the classroom. So, features of program design, observations of the overall classroom quality, and observations of the teachers were observed in relation to those findings, and it turns out that policies that practice promoting these high-quality instruction and emotional interactions will show improvement on social competencies and language. And then when the high standards are met, including the physical classroom space, including the spatial furnishings and such, children perform better on a social competence, language, reasoning, and interactions than those who experience lower standards. The next one that I found, the next study I found, is a design model, the Autism Spectrum Disorder Design Kit. And this study particularly focused on the different classroom design kit options that are out there for children with autism, and if it's better for the teachers and the architects to work together as opposed to the architects just picking something and running with it. And so the study looked at when providing an inclusive built environment for those who are diagnosed with autism can bring ease to the students and give them a greater chance of doing well. And generally speaking, children who have autism are very visual, sensory sensitive, and struggle with their social growth and their social skills in the classroom. So if we design a space that could be paramount to their social growth, why not? The study used different design kits, and the results were then analyzed, and they found that indeed when architects and teachers work together in the design phase for a great classroom, these students have a better opportunity to grow in their social development. The next study that I found during my lit review is improving classroom quality with the ruler approach to social and emotional learning. And this academic study was conducted using something that's called the ruler approach. And the ruler approach is a program that targets classroom interactions, teacher training, and it aids in improving the design quality of the classroom interactions through professional development, emotional literacy instruction, and it specifically looked at, in this study, the effectiveness of such interventions for improving a classroom quality. And the findings were that when using this ruler approach that has a high quality approach, classrooms that were implemented with this grew in their social and emotional development. With these social and emotional design aids, the classroom greatly benefited these young students in their emotional development and their outcomes to encourage and engaging and increase their attention during classroom time. They also concluded that classroom climate, classroom organization, and instructional quality are the predominant drivers of classroom quality and student success. I also found another study during my research that has to do with more children having autism, and it's an observation specifically on the acoustical design. And I found this interesting because we don't normally think about sound and light, but for a child with autism, it being a neurodevelopmental condition, it is typical for children who have autism to have developmental delays in their verbal and social skills, as well as having a tendency to be sensory sensitive to sound and light. These are things that are indeed a part of the classroom design that in the study shows that there is indeed a correlation between that and their functionality of their social skills. Findings were collected after using 4 different classrooms at 2 different noise levels, and it shows that interior space features and spatial environmental characteristics can indeed be used to support the learning and developmental needs of children with autism, and that there is indeed a positive correlation between noise levels and repetitive behavior. And understanding how the built environment can indeed be built to best suit users with autism is an important public health consideration. So early childhood classrooms include more than just on-level kids. It includes children who might have some sort of special need, whether it's cerebral palsy, whether it's autism, whether it's some other neurodevelopmental condition. The design of the classroom needs to be, according to this and so far the consensus of all of my other lit reviews, needs to be geared towards the children, and it will indeed impact them in a positive way if done correctly, and it will help their social skills grow. Required changes in the classroom environment. It's a matter of design. This is my last lit review that I studied and found when doing my research for my question. And this article, again, confirmed all of this research that I had found so far, that there is indeed an impact on social skills when regarding to the classroom design. Environmental elements and how they validate the importance of harmonizing individual learning styles and preferences with congruent educational environments in all school systems is what this article discussed. And teachers must be taught how to redesign their classrooms correctly so that all students will be provided with necessary space and accommodate their environmental learning style preference. And the findings were that by altering a classroom, teachers give some students the opportunity to work in formal areas And if given the chance, such as couches, rugs, soft chairs, and so forth, students could grow in their social skills. Students should not be expected to change their environmental preference or to learn regardless of them. Instructional environment should be modified in accordance with individuals' needs and preferences. And all of these factors can be affected onto a child's day and can either make or break their social developmental skills. There is an impact, and that's what we see so far. So to continue my research in this, I decided to choose participant observation. And in short, this is my research method to see out in the field, is what I'm seeing in my research so far indeed true? Let me see it for myself. And participant observation is a great way to be able to go out and not only just observe, but actually be in the public space. It is specifically a type of research methodology that can be conducted by group or alone, and a wide variety of subjects and places, specifically public places that focus on day-to-day normal activities and events, and that includes school, the classroom. And this method is typically used in the social science research. Specifically, it always takes place in a common community settings, locations believed to have some relevance to the research question. So that in line fits perfectly with where I chose to do my participant observation, which was in the classroom. I am actually signed up to be a substitute teacher this school year to get some experience, since I am about to graduate to be a teacher. And this, I felt, was a great method of research because I was indeed able to not only sub and interact with the students, but observe and see their day-to-day normal schedule. Thankfully, I was able to substitute teach for a preschool classroom who had a teacher's aide that they're normally used to seeing, who was there to help me guide through the normal day-to-day activities. And I was able to take many notes, some handwritten, some on my phone, and I was able to watch group 1, which is the first half of the day of these preschool kids, and it gave me the ability and the clearance to be around the classroom, see the design, and see the students interacting with each other, with me, with their aid, with each other, and this is ideal for participant observation. I was able to see for myself and be a part of the day-to-day activities and see their social skills grow, if at all, depending on the environment. And I came into the day not knowing what to expect, and that's normal when I'm substitute teaching. And thankfully, I found that the classroom design was very well done, and it continued to confirm what I have been learning, that there is indeed an impact. Whether it's positive or negative, it depends on the space. And here's my sketch of what the classroom looked like. I was not able to take pictures because I did not have that allowance, but I was able to do a drawing. And here's some notes. I started handwriting, but then I figured I could get notes written quickly on my phone, so I used Siri and talked the rest of my notes. Participant observation, my findings. This approach to my research enabled me to establish observations that I would have never been able to see before. And I was also able to gain the trust from the students, who thankfully behaved as usual, and I didn't seem to be a distraction of their normal day-to-day social activities. And after collecting all of the notes, taking the time to write down everything, I didn't want to be biased, even though so far the findings were consistent in saying, yes, there's an impact. I wanted to see see for myself in this participant observation what I thought for myself after observing the environment itself. The children seem to function socially and grow socially all over the classroom. And this was a well-designed classroom, so I was fortunate to see this experience in a positive way. So I'm very thankful for that. This teacher had centers for every aspect of learning environments that I know to be something important for children to have in their classroom environment. And there seemed to be a great opportunity for children to grow in their social development in every aspect of the classroom design. And I knew that the classroom setup was important, but honestly, until I participated in this, I really had no idea the immensely large impact a classroom design has on just the social skills alone. It was incredible to witness and see, really. This all ties into so much what we've been learning in sociology. This course, we learn that sociology is the study of our environment and societies in our environment. For young children, their society is their home life and their school life. They spend so much of their time in the classroom, which is why I think, again, that there is an impact. There has to be, because they spend so much of their time in the classroom environment. It makes sense that their environment would then affect their social behavior and grow in their social development. And to have a higher quality, higher functioning classroom design space, it would make sense that that then aids their social skills to skyrocket and improve and grow. And with all this knowledge, it's apparent that there's a great chance and opportunity for children to collaborate with others, learn diverse views, and practice negotiation and rearranging the furniture and just all these different things can help and aid not only challenging behaviors, but aid in their growth in their social development. It's fascinating, really. And just to end on a high note here, tying again with more what we've learned in this class that the environment and where we are in our society shapes us who we are. It makes sense that that would be the same for children in the classroom. And for some children, the classroom environment can be the only place that they're actually really learning. And for me, wanting to be a future educator, I want to make sure that I aid in that. Each article that I studied, everything that I know and I've learned, without a doubt, there shows evidence that a classroom setting, design, setup can greatly impact either negative or positive depending on the high quality. It impacts their social growth. For sure, the consensus of all of the research I've done shows indeed that there is a high impact on classroom design for children in the classroom. And the goal for me is aiding our future generations to be productive members of society. So I think that the more everyone learns about this, the better our future generations will be. I've learned so much. This has honestly been a fascinating subject, and I'm thankful to have had the opportunity to conduct a research topic that I'm passionate about. Here are my references. Thank you so much for listening and for this opportunity, and I hope that you have a good evening. Thank you.